Now, ladies, there's no point in fighting. I've got enough rubbing oil for everybody.
Gianni Robbo, the world's prettiest man that was, like myself, very underappreciated by the chicks. He was created by Partible, a Filipino-born American animator. Moved to the United States when he was 9 months old and grew up in Salinas, California with an avid love for drawing. And get this, he didn't go to CalArts, which makes him infinitely more interesting to me. He attended Loyola Marymount University. Here, Partible produced his senior thesis project, Meso Blues, an animated short film about an Elvis Presley impersonator. And just like the Craigster and my good friend Gen, don't ask him, this student short is where we would get the first look at what would become Gianni Robbo. There is not a lot of footage to be found of this, only stills and snippets, but from what we do see, the prototype Johnny is far more Elvis than he would later become. He has the Elvis costume and hair to go along with the voice.
I don't mean to break your heart, but then again, I'm a heartbreaker.
From what I have gathered, the short involved the prototype Johnny trying to pick up chicks. I once picked up a chick, but I couldn't hold her for very long. She wasn't heavy, I just have very poor upper body strength. My calves though, my calves are spot on, so look out ladies. Part of the inspiration for the short was that Van felt that no one had ever used Elvis funny, and Van wanted to make him funny. The initial idea was for 3 Elvis impersonators, but the Van Damme animator cut it down to 1 to help save time animating. In an interview with Big Bad Butch Hartman, he talks about how a radio show, the Mark and Brian show, KLS, and how one of the hosts would do a funny impersonation of Elvis chasing girls and eating meat. Just like a certain Bravo we know, he didn't get the host to do the voice for the short though. Instead, the impression was done by his then roommate, an actor called Chris Kelly. Dan McLaughlin, Partible's animation professor, showed the short to a friend who had worked at Hanna-Barbera Productions, who loved the short and asked Partible if he could keep this party going and make them a 7-minute pilot for, you've guessed it, world premiere tunes. Here the character changed so that, as the party man put it, he would be more of this 50s iconic James Dean looking character that talked like Elvis. From watching this short, he also seems to have the snapping poses to whip sound effects, along with him making those "heh ha ha" sound effects that are said to be inspired by Michael Jackson. These are not the only notable inspirations that will go into creating the Gianni Bravo character. While the look is said to be based on James Dean, one of the most striking things about Gianni Bravo, especially when compared to other shows at the time, is its minimalistic character designs. Well, according to an article on mentalfloss.com, 10 fun things about Gianni Bravo, Partible was influenced by the work of famed illustrator Al Hirschfeld, who was famous for his caricatures of Broadway stars and big screen celebrities. Bravo's head and trademark hair were a take on Hirschfeld's caricature of actor Richard Davalos for an illustration he did in 1995 that looked back at Arthur Miller's A View from the Bridge. The hairdo's vertical lift was the perfect complement to Bravo's faux greaser panache.
Yeah, whatever.
Johnny's shirt was also changed from white to black due to limitations of making the show at the time. They were using cells and white paint could be an issue for consistency. As for the name Gianni Bravo, the obvious idea is that it is taken from the Brady Bunch, as Greg Brady's rock star alter ego was called Gianni Bravo. But there are videos and articles claiming it comes from a take on Van Partible's full name.
Full name's Ephraim Giovanni Bravo Partible, which is Giovanni is Italian for John, so my middle name is Gianni Bravo.
Yeah, whatever.
Personally, I think it is just taken from the Brady Bunch, and in an interview with Big Bad Butch Hartman, Van seemingly admits to it as much as he can.
Legally.
Yeah, legally. Well, I mean, it's a little late for anyone to come after you now, isn't it?
No, it's fine.
As the Van Damme animator worked on Gianni Bravo, he shared an office with Paul Rudish and Craig the Craigster McCracken. Luckily, they never talked to Van, so he had plenty of time to work on the first pilot for Gianni Bravo titled Gianni Robbo. The titles open with the same song that was used for the Fuzzy Lumpkin short. They must have had reusable music for these world premiere, What a Cartoon, Hanna-Barbera, Cartoon Network shorts. Yeah, this show went through a lot of names. Back to the pilot, we find Johnny pretending to be a superhero to impress a fancy lady working at a zoo. This is the first time he has pretended to be a superhero, but it will not be the last time. He also plays a superhero in the season 1 opening episode, Super Duped. Anyways, here he tries to capture a 900-pound gorilla that has escaped from the zoo. All the hits are here. Johnny's hit ha huzz, the whip sound effects.
I don't think you understand who you're talking to. I'm Gianni Bravo, the one-man army.
And the non-stop pickup line and catchphrases.
Now hold on, Missy. I'll go here, Missy. Oh, Mama. About you, let's talk about me. Gianni Bravo. Yeah, whatever. I was wondering, you wouldn't happen to be hiding any gorillas underneath them clothes, would you? She wants me.
The show is pretty much fully formed here. Johnny has these weird bitten hands that he had very early on, and I find them so distracting. He only has fingers when he needs them. The animation quality and backgrounds are not as good as Dexter's Lab or the Powerpuff Girl pilots, but I would say that this one is a lot funnier than both of those. I think as a fully grown adult man-child, I really appreciate the humour a lot more than I did as a kid. Johnny is just so quippy and fast, he's a joy to watch. Even the 900-pound gorilla is very funny now, doing a strange Camp Bugs Bunny type routine. I know he's parodying someone, I just can't place him, so if you know, let me know below. The short ends with a pretty funny gay panic-esque joke. It's not done in a weird, mean-spirited friend sort of way, it's just a cute funny ending to the show.
I would go out with you, but it looks as though you've already got a date.
This is cute and all, but I have a wife.
What are you looking at?
There would be 2 more Johnny Bravo pilots, but really there was only 1 more. The second pilot featured Jungle Boy, but no Johnny at all. Jungle Boy would next appear in the first episode of Johnny Bravo in a short titled Bungled in the Jungle, where Johnny meets the little Mowgli wannabe. The third pilot, which we will have a quick look at, is Johnny Bravo and the Amazon Women, in which Johnny finds himself stranded on an island of giant and frankly aggressive, beautiful women. This was years before the Futurama would do something very similar, but there was no snoo here for poor old Johnny though. The short begins with a woman who looks very similar to the zookeeper from the last episode, so maybe this was going to be a recurring character, and she pepper sprays Johnny, leading to him falling off the boat and arriving on the island. He notices a giant woman singing and immediately begins to harass her. She orders Christopher, her talking elephant, to stop him from finding the Amazon village of beautiful women, but Johnny quickly makes it to the paradise, and it leads to the first appearance of Johnny's amazing dance move and my favourite joke of the episode.
Oh man, you chicks are pretty. Come on, do the monkey with me. Come on. So you're one of them screamer types too, huh? Wait a second.
After attempting to sacrifice the virgin Johnny to the volcano,
Did she say virgin?
he winds up on the island of beautiful men, which is a very strange but also very sexy ending.
Son, you look like you could use a refresher. We were all about to take a swim. I've got an extra swimsuit if you'd care to join us.
Love when he raises that people's eyebrow. This one was not as funny as the first, but it really picks up in the second half and is incredibly fun. The show would be picked up for a first season on Cartoon Network, but after its initial run, Johnny Bravo was put on hiatus until it was picked up for an unexpected second season in 1999. Partible was not brought back for it though inexplicably, and Kirk Tingblad took over as director, leading to a major retooling of the show's visual style, tone, humour and characters. The Van Damme animator would make a glorious return though for season 4 and bring back a lot of the show's great first season humour. The show's creative team went on to create many successful television series throughout the 1990s and 2000s, including the incredibly talented and inexplicably resented Seth MacFarlane, most famously known for his show The Cleveland Brown Show. The show would also be the starting point for Big Bad Butch Hartman, who went on to do The Fairly Odd Parents, one of my favourite shows as a kid. If you're looking for some more good Johnny Bravo stuff, check out the episode where he meets Scooby-Doo.
Don't worry, I don't bite.
Does she? Oh,
It's a wild and fun ride. In fact, the whole first season has a lot of charm, so check it all out. Boy, I sure did say a thing or two about a thing or two. Who knows what I might say next? Could be something good. Only one way to find out, and that's by liking and subscribing. Go on, you know you want to.